Savage Silence, A Direwolf's Mission. Written by Ellis Leigh. Narrated by Jarman. Chapter 1. His paws pounding against the rocky ground beneath him, Thaus raced along a jagged cliff. A cold rain misted over the forest, quieting the fauna until there was nothing but his breaths, his footfalls, him. Noise killed. Of that Thaus was convinced. When constantly barraged with the cacophony of human life in a city, he could almost feel the tenacious train toward death begin to roll. The sounds would build, piling high on his psyche in a mountain of nothing but input, until his inner wolf slowly dimmed, until the presence of the beast within quieted in a way that made his human side actually feel the slow drag toward the end. The release from the animal who'd shared his mind since birth felt as much like a death as anything else could, more even. He should know. He'd survived far longer than anyone should have, and technically had been dead more times than he could remember. He'd hopped on and off that train a few times. But one of the benefits of being a direwolf shifter was regeneration. Death could come calling day after day, but Thaus and his wolf would walk away from that edge and return to their life. There had been a time or two, or 5, where they couldn't walk back. Times where the damage done had been too great, the injuries too extreme to get up and shake it off. At those times, he'd been carried by the other direwolves, rescued and ferreted away someplace safe and quiet until he healed. That's what brotherhood was about. No man fought alone, and no one got left behind. That noisy train of death wasn't taking one of his 6 packmates, for they were the last of the breed, the final dyers left on Earth, and they were far more stubborn than death itself. But the noise, the cars and sirens, the constant talking and endless screeching and creaking of vehicles, it was all too much. Modern life of humans wore on the ancient shifter. When Thaus needed an escape, when the humanity of city life grew to be too much for his wolf spirit, he sought silence in the great forests of the Pacific Northwest, where tall trees and even taller mountains ruled the scene, where most humans didn't dare to explore, and where his wolf was happiest. Thaus ran faster, hugging the precipice, his eyes locked on a deer. His prey ran on a parallel path below him, running hell-bent toward a thicket of trees he probably thought he could get lost in, looking to escape. That wouldn't happen, though. Thaus knew this range better than anyone else. He knew every crag and valley, every path and goat trail. The Pacific Northwest.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?